1,000 likes. We'll stop that moaning. Anyway, never mind. Let's get on with it. Mrs. Sardine said something to me very interesting yesterday. She said, please don't let Mini Sardines give you that haircut again. We don't call him Mini Sardines all the time, by the way. It's just for the purposes of this video. We're going to refer to him as Mini Sardines. She said, please don't let Mini Sardines cut your hair again. It makes you look thuggish. And it got me thinking, and I thought, that's interesting. So am I destined now to play thuggish roles while my hair's like this? It's interesting, isn't it? And then I started thinking about acting. And it's interesting, isn't it? Just starting off with Mrs. Sardine said to me, it's all about listening. And there's a little tip there. Every bit of advice that we've ever got from any celebrity on acting always goes back to listen. To be a good actor, you've got to listen on stage. You've got to listen and react to lines. And so it got me thinking what Mrs. Sardine said. And I thought, what are you prepared to do to achieve a part, to win a role? And it's very interesting because I've seen some professional and amateur shows recently, and even the professional shows had people in it where they weren't obviously I presume the actor wasn't prepared to go the whole hog, unless the director just bowed down to the whims of the day. Just take My Night with Reg at the Turbine Theatre recently. There was a couple of instances of full frontal nudity on stage, male nudity. And it's very interesting because the modern trend, the modern pubic trend, is that word, is to shave completely smooth. But My Night with Reg is set in the 80s when that wasn't the case. However, lo and behold, both actors in the full frontal male nudity section were completely fully shaven. It looked like they had modern hairstyles as well. And I know the 80s wasn't that long ago if you're of a certain age. If you're young, you were born in the 80s, it seems like a lifetime ago. But, you know, for most of us, the 80s wasn't that long ago. So just over 30 years. And you could get away with the same kind of hairstyle sometimes. But if you're going to define an era, you don't dress in modern... You don't groom yourself to modern standards, surely. And it got me thinking as to what would you be prepared to do to win a role? You know, what are you prepared to do to transform yourself into another character? Are you prepared to grow? I'm not talking about just putting on a nylon wig or something. Are you prepared to cut your hair or grow your hair out? Are you prepared to change your makeup or your whole image if it requires it? I know if we were doing a period piece, Amadeus or Les Liaisons Dangereuses, you can put the longer wigs on and it's fine, and people had short hair then to wear wigs because that was the fashion of the day, so you wore a wig. But what if it was just the 50s or the 60s or something, the 70s, a defining era? So the 20th century was probably full of those eras, wasn't it? The 70s, look at the 70s. I mean, how many, often actually when you see films on TV, they really are made up and the hair is pristine to look like the 70s or 60s or 50s. I mean, look at where, I don't know, just things like Scylla, when Sheridan Smith was playing Cilla Black, or Priscilla White, as she was known as by birth, and that was done really well, and they have to on television because the close-ups concentrate on every single thing. But what are you prepared to do on stage to get yourself firmly fixed in that period, in that role? What's the Dennis Potter play? The rock and roll one that he did, set in the Cabinet Office. I can't even remember now, but that was set in the 50s, wasn't it? Full of rock and roll, and everyone, Ewan McGregor was in it, and everyone was set up to look like they were in their 50s, and fantastic. And it had older and younger people in it, and they dressed accordingly and had their haircuts accordingly. But are you prepared to do that on stage? Are you prepared to do it on stage? Do let us know. Let us know in the comments below, or email us, or put a comment on our Facebook and Twitter page. All the links are below this email. So let us know what you're prepared to do. It's very interesting, very interesting. Because as I say, I've seen some professional shows, and this is when people are earning their living from acting, when people haven't, for whatever reason it was, whether it's direction or their own personal reasons, I don't know, they haven't adhered to the era, to the styles of the era. And it's very interesting. So perhaps we amateurs can have one over on the professionals if we get enough comments in, enough opinions about what to do. But there we go. Anyway, please keep your shout-outs coming in. They're going really well. We launched them again yesterday. So if you look on our Facebook and Twitter feeds, the latest shout-out is there from BYMT, British Youth Music Theatre, who are producing about 5 shows. In fact, last night, tonight, tomorrow, and it goes on. 26, I think, is coming up very, very soon. And, we're talking about really close shows. So we've put those up. So if you want to go and see anything, they're all around the country. We've put them on our Facebook and Twitter feeds, and we'll keep putting something up every day. But please keep sending your shows in. Keep uploading them to the website. If you have any trouble, let us know on that email address. Give us a ring, 020-8302-7565, and we'll try and point you in the right direction, how to work the website, get it figured out, and how to get in the position where you can upload shows. Okay, so that's it for now. Have a fantastic weekend, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Stay safe, stay well. We're back, aren't we? What are you prepared to do to get a role? Bye-bye.